Gwen, welcome to another Wednesday.
Yes, exactly.
I really like the section of the song that I chose for that. Like, I felt like the intro was really good. I used a few new effects that I hadn't used before. Um,
Like those.
I enjoyed it. I really did. So, where are you at right now? Because I know you're kind of like out and about doing your thing.
Yeah, we call it Paranormal Walkabout. We had a little live session earlier. We're going to do it after this show also. We are at Jericho, Trinity, Union Trinity. I'm not saying it right, but we're in Jericho, Wisconsin. It's three buildings. One is a convent, and the other two, I'm not exactly sure. I think one's a school and all, but I tried not to know
A
anything
convent.
really. I'm sitting in the convent now.
Just where you belong.
Thank you so much, Nate. That's why I
Yeah,
love
you're
you so
welcome.
much.
You're welcome. I got you. I got your back.
Yeah. But hi, who is this? Diane. Hi. We are here. We're going to do it overnight. I'm doing this. So if we have a little glitch and I log out for a minute, just I'll be back.
That's
Oh, it's
fine.
Diane from Alabama. Okay.
So Alabama, I know all about
Awesome.
Alabama as Gwen knows. So,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, so tonight we have an amazing guest, and I have been looking forward to this
Yes.
conversation since I booked him. Um, getting up to, getting him on the show this week, it has been a fun ride because I really respect this guy. I respect his work. I think he does great stuff in the paranormal community, and I think he does great work in the paranormal altogether. So tonight on the Paranormal Unveiled, welcome to the Paranormal Unveiled family, Mr. Connor Biddle.
Hey, thank you for having
Hey,
me, guys.
Connor,
welcome.
how are you, man?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing as great as I can. I wish I didn't have to go to work tomorrow morning, but life happens.
I'm on the same page as you.
So, look, I really appreciate you taking the time to come on the show, man. I know it took a little bit of logistics to work this out, but we got it done. Um, and for those people out there, I like to jump straight into the questions, so it's going to be a fun show for you, I think. So, for those out there who do not know about Connor Biddle and who you are, right? Could you explain to the viewing audience who are you in the paranormal and what do you do?
Well, that's a great question. I guess I ask myself that same question all the time. Who am I in
That's
the
fair.
paranormal field?
Yeah.
I guess what I'm known mostly for is I'm a YouTuber. I film my investigations, going to haunted locations, and post them on YouTube. I've written books, so I guess you can say I'm an author as well too.
Yes.
And I've created an app for the paranormal as well. So I'm an app creator, developer.
Nice. Yeah, and we're gonna get into all that throughout the show, brother. Trust me, we're gonna have a lot of little pig trails. We're gonna have some great conversation. It's
Side
it's, it's gonna
quests.
be awesome.
Yeah, and I want to know
So,
about the app because if I can get it on my phone, I would love to try to use it tonight.
All
So
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you can help me with that. I think that would be awesome. So go ahead,
Yeah.
Nate. I interrupted like I
well,
do.
you're good. Gwen, you're the co-host. You can interrupt whenever
I
you
know.
want. Just remember, it's Connor's show, not mine. I'm just a dude asking
It's not
questions.
mine either. It's Connor's. We know this. It's Connor's show.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
it
Yes,
is. That's how I work, brother. I'm here
it
promoting
is.
you. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I think here's the thing, Gwen. If you can get the app, then I would
Mhm.
highly suggest that you film yourself using the app, so maybe we can use that in
Yes,
an ad in the future.
that'd be cool.
That'd be
That'd be
awesome.
very cool.
So let me ask you, Connor. I think in your bio it said in what was it, 2010, you went to Waverly Hills,
Yes.
and that was like a group tour. Was it a private investigation that you guys booked, or what was that?
It was a group tour. It was my summer of my senior year in high school, and I went with some friends, and we just took a night tour. It made it like a little fun thrill trip. It was actually like a last minute kind of thing, and yeah, I just went to Waverly Hills and did a little flashlight tour.
So can I ask you? Because I kind of feel like, for me, from what you told me in your bio, that I didn't put in the description of the video because I only have so much room.
Yeah.
Um, I kind of feel like that trip was a tantamount to a turning point from it becoming an interest to becoming, hey, maybe there's something here that I need to look further into. Would I be incorrect in that statement?
No, you're correct. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, you're definitely correct. I had some really weird experiences when I was there that led me to how would I put it? I guess like more open minded about wanting to explore more about it because it felt like an adrenaline rush sort of a feeling, or like uh,
Aha moment, maybe.
sort of I had like a taste of something that I needed to keep getting the taste of, I guess, like the addictive feeling you haven't experienced in the paranormal. And I mean, now
Mhm.
obviously you get that feeling when you go to places and you want more of it. And that's kind of like what I got when I was at Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Um, I went there with some friends. We were just dumb high school kids, kind of rowdy. And I went there and I loved spooky stuff. I've always loved spooky stuff when growing up. And my friends and I went there, and we booked a tour. And when at the time when Waverly Hills back then in 2010, I don't know what they do now. I haven't been there since. But we went into this massive building outside of the hospital, and we were looking at all the artifacts and stuff out
Hey,
there, and
Chris.
some of the stuff that they have in there. And we were just I was just taking pictures on my phone. I had no paranormal equipment. I wasn't even in the paranormal really at that time. And I didn't look at my pictures or nothing like that. And I got a tour, and the lady was talking about how there was a homeless guy that would be on the property with his dog or something, and how he fell down an elevator shaft with his dog and perished. And every once in a while, they'll see a dog running on the property or something. And I thought that
Interesting.
was kind of strange and spooky, right?
I've
So
never heard that particular story before.
I don't
I have
remember.
not either.
Yeah, somebody told me that story. I cannot remember if that was in the lobby, I guess the waiting lobby where you watch the cameras and everybody else is in the tour before you, or if that was the tour guide that told me. I cannot remember where I heard that story at that day, but that's what I was told. And we took a tour, and we went to the second level of Waverly Hills, in the Shadow Man hallway or whatever they call it. It's really
Yeah, the
creepy.
Shadow Man hallway. That's correct. Yep.
Yeah, it's a super creepy place. If you've ever been to Waverly Hills, like at nighttime when the moonlight glows and there's no windows, it's all open and like shines in. It's surrounded by trees. It's just got an eerie vibe to it. It's so dark you can't see anything.
Unfortunately, I've never had the pleasure. I want to go, but I've
You
I
not.
have not either.
you guys definitely got to go at night. It's so honestly cool. Like I love it. I don't know. It's just spooky now that I think about it. But I was doing this tour, I was kind of rowdy, and the tour guide had a laser pointer, and she pointed at me and some other guy and told us to go down the hallway of the Shadow Man hallway to the end of where her laser pointer was at, and specifically picked me, I think, because I was talking at the time when she was trying to talk. And this guy next to me, he had a ball cap, and we go walking down the hallway, and I remember seeing like little bits of what he looked like because of the moonlight. He had a little plaid jacket or plaid shirt or something, and then he had a ball cap on. Couldn't see his face, and I was talking to him. And as I got further down the hallway, it was getting really dark where I couldn't see the group behind me. And I told him, man, it's really creepy in here. And he just, that I know of, just nodded and just said, yeah, or something along those lines. And I got down to the end of the hallway, and I went to go look around, and I don't see the dude anywhere. And I'm like, where the heck did this guy go? Because I thought maybe he broke off from the tour, because the doorways are open. So you could literally just vanish in there and disappear.
Right.
And I'm turning around or whatever. And she's like, okay, you guys can come back. Are you okay? You can come back or something like that. And I go back, and I'm like, I tell my friends, I'm like, where did this guy go? And it's like, you went down the hallway by yourself. So I had this experience where I literally spoke to a ghost, a guy, I guess. And I was like, that's really strange. So what's really, all these years later, I put the pieces together of exactly who that could have been.
For us.
When I went back to the hotel that night, I told my friends knew about the experience, but I told them more about it. Like, I just couldn't believe it, like, because they were talking about something else. I was like, I can't believe I was had it in my mind the entire time. And I'm looking through my pictures on my phone, and we're in the picture I told you guys about before I took my tour. I finally look at them, and I look at this piano, and underneath this bench of this piano where you would sit down and play the piano at, there was this dog, a ghost picture of this dog. And to this day, now I know who I was probably talking to was that guy that the story was telling me about, but this homeless guy and that dog. So I captured the picture of the dog and that guy. I probably was the one that I talked to on the second level of Waverly
I
Hills.
have cold chills like
Interesting.
you would not believe as you were
It
talking
was
about
So,
that.
so Christy had a question. Connor, did you go down
Yeah.
the body chute?
I did go down the body chute, yes. And I actually caught some EVPs on my phone. Again, all this stuff I didn't know about until I went back to the hotel and started going over all this stuff. And I got a little kid like rubbing across his feet across the floor, and it said, help. or something like that. And that was down the body shoot area. Body shoot is like, you would think it'd be like a mile long or a couple miles, as it feels like it freaking never ends when you're walking down that thing. But
I want to do a solo in there at some point.
yeah, it is
I do
creepy.
too.
But yeah,
Maybe we can book it together, Nate. But Russ has a question.
You would pee your pants and run.
Negative, negative. No, sir.
Challenge
No.
accepted. $50. Bet.
Okay. Yeah, we're
go.
there. Russ said the same thing happened to me at Hillview Manor. That's awesome,
wow.
actually. I have a question for you, and Diane is saying, "Wow, everybody's loving this." That's what I call your aha moment. Is that kind of thing? That's
Yes.
what I call it.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. They call it different stuff, but I love to be around people when they have an aha moment, especially skeptics. But everybody's chiming in. I have a question. Is this it? Is this yours? Your app? Can you see
Yes.
it?
I can barely see it, but yes, it's just because of
Okay.
the glare. Yes.
Well, I downloaded it, so I'm going to be using that tonight.
Do you have
Please
iOS
do.
or Android?
I have an Android, which sucks, but somebody here might have an iPhone if it'll work better.
No. I was just asking if you had
Is it
Android.
okay?
Because Android has a new mode called chatter mode that iOS doesn't have yet until the next few days.
Oh,
So yes.
okay.
You
We
get to
get to
use
that later in the show. You're killing me. We're not to the point yet. You're killing me.
Of course, I muted him first, so he couldn't hear it.
So, can I ask you, Connor, was it that experience that you had at Waverly Hills as far as going down to the body shoot and capturing these EVPs and the other experiences? Was that what ultimately pushed you to film your first episode or documentary, I guess you could say, of Paranormal Encounters? You know, I think it's called A Haunting at Farrar or Frar.
You did it right. You said it right the first time. No, it's not. It's not the first. It's not the thing that pushed me. If something happened a year after that experience at Waverly Hills Sanatorium, I was working at a pizza place. I was still in high school. I was a senior in high school, and I was working at this place called Bourbon Street Pizza in Bourbon, Indiana. And everybody knew that I was into ghost stuff pretty much at this point because it's going to sound bad when I say this, but a lot of my friends and I would break into abandoned houses in the middle of nowhere because we lived in farm areas.
We've all done it.
So there was houses literally in the middle of nowhere that we just break in and just get spooked. And there was this house that everybody in high school knew about called the Witch's House. And it was like an abandoned house with open doors. You go inside, like the whole freaking floor is falling in. And we were into that type of stuff. So everybody at this pizza place kind of knew about it and kind of made fun of me and stuff and said, "Oh, the attic is haunted and there's ghosts up there." And we hear blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, okay. You know what? I'll go up there and check it out. Because they were too scared to go up there by themselves because the attic, to get to it, there's just a freaking hole in the ceiling. So there's no stairs anymore. There's a hole in the ceiling. We have to climb up to the hole by a ladder. Yeah, you have to go up there. And it used to be a high-end clothing store back in the day. And so, like, there was a bathroom up there and some other, HVAC piping and whatever, ventilation system up there for the pizza place because it was connected to a subway as well. Anyways, I went up there and I was like, man, this is pretty spooky, and I was literally still using my phone at the time. I think I had a Droid X when the phones first came out, and I was using just a voice memo because, again, I wasn't into the ghost hunting yet. I wasn't actually in the paranormal. I was just thrill seeking, let's just say, at that time. And I was up there, and I would hear these crystal clear recordings, almost so that they sound fake when I tell you this. Like everyone nowadays, if somebody told you the story, they'd be like, yeah, okay, you're faking stuff. But back then I was just questioning things. I felt like I was going crazy because it felt like it was just happening all the time. And I was like, I don't know if I'm losing my mind or what, but I was up there with another guy named Joseph. He was a guy I used to work with. And I was getting these voice recordings that would literally whisper my name, like Connor, or it would just pronounce it so clear that it sounded like standing right next to me. And I accused him so many times of him doing it, and he never did. So I went up there several times by myself, and I got the same things. He'd said a comment about, "It's creepier than hell up here." And then you literally hear it say, "Is it?" on the voice recording. So I thought that was so crazy weird that I went out to, I think, Walmart at the time, and I bought like this $30 Vivitar night vision camera. So shitty. It was like a 30p
They're not great.
night vision. Quality, so it was horrible quality. So I actually went up there with two dudes at night, and I left the camera up there recording against this pole up against this doorway. There's this doorway with this door on the side, a door leaning up against a wall. And I leaned up against there and I went in this bathroom. Sounds funny. I went in this bathroom, we shut the door, and we were just trying to do an EVP session. And when I say EVP, I mean like we didn't know what we were doing. We're just asking questions, sitting in the bathroom, door shut. Anyways, a few seconds after going to this bathroom, something was captured on the camera, because when I went out to go get the night vision camera, it was already dead. I'm like, that's weird, because I just put brand new batteries in this thing, and I guess it doesn't last long, A few days later, I go and look at this footage on my computer, and I captured. This is gonna sound crazy. I still have the video. I captured an apparition literally walk out of that doorway, walk in front of the door, and you can see the legs go like this. It stands there for a second and then walks back, and then it goes towards the camera, and the camera dies. And I have that same footage still in that camera. I still have the camera. I haven't recorded anything on the camera. Like, I literally won't touch that camera, because that's literally what I feel is my golden veil, like whatever, the golden
Your holy grail.
like your treasure, like, I mean, you got the ultimate.
It's your holy grail.
Yes,
It is.
yeah. So like,
let me tell you, like, I believe this fully happened, because I was down in Alabama and I was investigating a place called Old Elba County Jail, which was the original Coffee County Jail. And when we went in there, there was a solitary cell that had not been opened in so long. It took 4 cans of WD-40 and 6 people to open.
oh my God.
Wow.
Like how you put that.
So I was called in by the Elba County Chamber of Commerce, because they had a haunted house attraction there. And the owner got kind of, I guess you could say, ruffled when people were coming over and saying, "Hey, I love the actor that you had over here in this point." He's like, "There's no one over there. I don't know what you're seeing." And there was like 50 people who reported this quote unquote ghostly actor in the same area.
Weird.
So I set up a camera in the hallway, and I set up a camera facing the actual doorway once we got it open. I went in there to do EVP work. And I was in there, I think, 23, it may have been 23 and a half minutes. I can't give you the exact decimal point, but if I went to my audio, I probably could. The cameras, both of them died, and the cell door slammed shut.
Weird.
I was stuck in the room for an hour.
Oh, wow.
Not a fun experience. If I ever had my I'm going to crap my pants moment, that was probably going to be it. So let me ask you, Connor, have you ever had that if I'm going to crap my pants moment, this is probably going to be it kind of deals?
I probably have had several of those moments. Yeah, I've had every experience you can think of in the paranormal field. It sounds terrible when I say that, but I promise you I have. Like, off camera, a lot of times I have, and it's just wild with how many experiences I've had that I know for sure there's something beyond living. I've had something run up on me. Like, went to Malvern Manor in Iowa, and I was placing down a boo buddy down this hallway, and I wasn't recording, or wasn't rolling, nothing like that. I was just setting it down. And as I was setting it down, something literally ran at me, and I looked up like a deer in headlights and didn't move, because I was like, what the hell was that? It scared the living, out of me. So I had that moment. That's one of the moments.
You can say the
probably,
word, it's okay. We don't censor. You're
yeah.
good.
Now, let me put the warning up. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say what you need to
say.
say.
Out of you is what I did.
Okay, scared the shit out of you. Yes.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. No, it scared the crap out of me, honestly.
So can I ask you, how many episodes of Paranormal Encounters are there? Since the original documentary, like how many seasons at least? And where can people find it so they can go and watch it?
They could go to YouTube and type in Paranormal Encounters, and they can watch it. They can watch on YouTube, Apple TV, Plex, Roku, TV station called Alien Nation.
I've never heard of that one.
Yes, it was made on TV a year and a half ago. But all the episodes, you can watch all of them. They're on YouTube, and there's probably 60, 70 episodes, maybe more than that. I'm not sure. I lost count, honestly. I've got so many. I don't know, even really do seasons. But there's old episodes. There's old episodes and new episodes.
So out of all of these episodes that you filmed, right, is there a location that is your favorite? Like, the one location that you would be
Mhm.
dying to go back to?
There's a lot of favorite ones. I would probably go back to a place called Thorn Hall. It's in Canyon City, Colorado. It's where I actually saw a ghost in night vision for once. I saw a face.
Really?
Yeah, I saw a face. I wasn't actually on the camera, it was just the illumination from the camera LCD, and I saw a face in the dark. And that was probably the oh shit one of those moments.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like if you see that in the dark, that's going to be your natural reaction, right?
Yes.
I agree.
It's going to be like, the fuck?
Yeah, no, I looked straight at the person I was looking at, whatever, and it literally came in like a projector over their shoulder. It's really strange. It's going to sound really weird when I say this, but there's been some, this is the second or third thing I've actually seen physically. This one particular had like yellow sharp teeth, elongated face. The eyes looked almost animated, like it was like more of a oval. Is really weird, more sinister looking, with a really weird, sinister like smile. And that's probably why I got freaked out and I ran and I accidentally broke a shelf in the night vision in the dark. I couldn't see where it was going. I ran right into a shelf because it scared me so bad.
But did you break the night vision? Did you break your night vision?
No, I did not. No, I just broke the shelf.
For me, that would almost strike me as something that some people would call an elemental. I wouldn't think it would be demonic because, well, let's face it, demonic is a coined term now. It's like everything's fucking demonic.
Mm-hmm.
I would think what you saw was maybe more of an elemental form because they can be kind of creepy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be.
So now that we've touched on paranormal encounters, like I definitely have to go. I've watched, I think, 10 episodes, I think.
Oh, wow.
I've got to fucking catch up. I'm not going to lie. I got to catch up. So I want to touch on your books. Man,
Okay.
You've written 4 books, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
I see one right there.
I love this book.
Thank you.
Like, let me tell you, I have an extensive paranormal library. I think I've got like 217 books in my paranormal library.
Holy cow.
But I love this book.
Thank you.
So can I ask you, what was your inspiration for actually sitting down and penning a book?
Therapy. To be honest with you, therapy, because at the time I was writing the book, I had what I thought was a best friend steal my show I was working on, called Into the Unknown. And I wrote about him obviously in the chapter, just changed his name. And it was just therapy to get it out because, I thought, even if I die anytime soon, I'd love to at least have my story, at least tell my family stories. I thought it was unique. I thought my story was unique. Hey, I thought my story was unique. So
real quick, Connor, we'll get right back to that. Your story's unique. Diane asked, were you ever able to investigate sloth furnaces in Birmingham, Alabama? Is that a question for me or is that a question for Connor?
I believe it was for both or anybody. I have not, but I know somebody who has, like a group that has.
Because I have.
And you did? Yeah.
Connor, have you?
Oh, and I'm sorry. No, I haven't. I just blanked out. I'm so sorry. No, I have not been in sloth furnace.
No, that's why I was trying to clarify. But we're talking about the book right now. We'll get back to my. So I promise you, Diane, we will get back to my experiences of sloth furnaces in just a moment. We're going to talk about the book. So I forgot what you said.
I was inspired to write it for therapy, honestly, because I had a best friend at the time who stole my show I was working on for TV. It was called Into the Unknown. I was hired by a network to film 2 pilots. It was more of a scientific show. And during that time, I was sort of grieving about it, losing a good friend I thought was a good friend. And at the time, I was just starting YouTube back up again. Actually, I should say technically for the first time in many years where I was going to dedicate time to actually create a show. And I was thinking about my experiences over the years and my family's experiences because they were so relevant, so close to where I had my experiences that I wanted to write a book about it and just share all that stuff. And that's kind of like what got me to want to write the book. And then I was like, I'm only going to write one book. And then here comes 3 other books later on about the book.
So what are your other 3 books besides the one that I have here?
So the 3 books I wrote a series of, it's called Life with Paranormal Encounters. It dives into more behind the scenes. The book you got behind you is 10 different chapters of 10 different timelines in my life about paranormal.
And it's very well written.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The second book is about a family's home in South Carolina that I was able to investigate and explore. The first experience led me to go there a second time, thinking that there was somebody who was buried in a well out back, and just trying to figure out the mystery of the house. And that's the first time.
Do you mind if I ask what
Sure.
county? I'm from South Carolina, so yeah. You don't have to tell the county, maybe, or
no, I can't remember.
Like
I can't even remember the city. To be honest with you, it's by Greenville. I can't remember. It's 30 minutes from Greenville.
30 minutes. Well, I live like an hour from Greenville, so it's probably close to me. But anyway,
it's
that's
pretty,
cool.
it's
Go
pretty
ahead.
darn close. It's 30 minutes, but
Okay.
that was around the time when the Estes method, whatever, was getting very popular. And when I did it for the first time at the house, we had been told that there's somebody in the well out back, and they just revealed information that there was a well that they covered out back, and I had no idea about any of that information. So it was really interesting. The third book is about Whispers Estate. When I went down to Whispers Estate in Mitchell, Indiana, I went to investigate there about a story about a little girl who perished technically perished in a Christmas fire back in the early 1900s. But her adopted father basically gave her a lethal dose of morphine, and I caught her screaming audibly with my own ears and on a voice recording. And it was really eerie. And that was my experience I wrote about behind the scenes and stuff that happened to me when I wasn't filming. And my fourth book is just a fictional book. It's called Haunting of Moonlight Mansion, where I took all my experiences and my favorite movies and stuff like that and made it a horror book, just about a fictitious house, a family that was grieving about a father who passed away, get this mysterious inheritance, and get this house and start experiencing weird, spooky stuff. And then, what happens there. So
do you feel like transitioning from paranormal nonfiction to paranormal fiction, right? Do you think that was an easy transition, or
way easier? Way easier. It's harder to write about yourself than it is to write some made up story. Honestly, I found it to me, at least, maybe it's different for other people, but it is so much easier because I'm trying to be factual and recount things that are true by watching actual footage I filmed and stuff that wasn't shown on the show, stuff that was filmed in between, or try to think about those things and just trying to give people correct dates and correct information and do research behind it, versus I don't need to do that when it comes to a fictional book because it's all made up and I don't have to worry about the stories like this girl, things like that.
Valid. So for those of you out there who don't know, this book was one of the ones that I was in chapter 1 of writing my initial book. And I read this, and this inspired me to actually finish my book.
Awesome.
And Connor actually does have an acknowledgement in my acknowledgements page on my book. Because let me tell you, dude, like, I love this book.
Thank you, man. I really, really appreciate you. I just like helping people in the paranormal field. You know what I mean? Like I said, I told you before the show, I don't want to gatekeep information. If I can help people or try to encourage people, that don't want to, or that aren't sure where to go about, just push them a little bit further. That's what made me get the things happen in my life that I have now.
No, and I love that, because there was a point where I was like, dude's a published author. I'm going to send him a message. If he doesn't respond, he doesn't respond. It's whatever. And I sent him a message, and he responded with like, yeah, what do you need, man? Like, what are you looking for? And I kind of explained what I wanted to do, and he kind of walked me through the formatting and stuff as far as publishing a book. Like, dude, I am forever grateful for that.
Dude, anytime, man. Anytime.
That's wonderful, because I pushed him to get it published. And we found somebody. It's Our Lady. Oh, hush.
I had been trying for 5 years to get this thing published since COVID times.
Yeah, it's been a long time, which is wild.
So can I ask you, do you see the possibility in the future of writing another book, whether or not be paranormal nonfiction or paranormal fiction?
Well, I've already have 2 books that are sitting in my hard drive somewhere where I've already started a prequel to that fictional book, and I was starting to do another book for Life with Paranormal Encounters. So those have just been sitting with dust on the hard drive forever. I haven't been able to work on them. I've got too many things I do outside of here. Like my ADHD goes all over the place, and I can't focus on one item.
Understand.
It's time
Understand. I
restraints,
totally
brother.
do.
It's time restraints.
Yeah.
So, so I think I already asked that. I'm sorry, I had my own ADHD moment going on.
No, you're good. You're good.
So, was there ever an episode that you filmed for Paranormal Encounters that was your favorite?
Oh, good question.
Okay.
Like as far as the set 4 location that you would return to just because of the activity that you had or the experiences that you had.
You're throwing some hard questions now, and I got to think about all the places I went to. I would definitely tell you yes. I would probably tell you I can't remember where, but there's been several places I would love to go back just because the experiences I've had there are just crazy, where I've always had something happen, and it's just unexplainable. I just can't understand why. I'm sure you can hear my cat crying. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I love cats. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So I would tell you yes. I just can't tell you where. I would tell you Thorn Hall, if I've already mentioned that, where I saw that
Yeah,
face.
you did.
I definitely want to go there again, just because I've had that experience there, and I've only been there once, and I was the first investigator to be there in years. But I can't think of anything else on top of my head here. There's been so many places where I'd love to go back.
That's fair. That's fair. So we're gonna jump here from the book media to the digital media. So
Okay.
you have developed and invented an app called Ghost Chatter.
Yep. I'm wearing the shirt to it.
Yeah.
I need one of those shirts, by the way, because where can I buy that? Because I need one of those for my inaugural episode.
Honestly, I made this locally, so I don't even have them online. I've been getting a lot of people asking me about this shirt, but I'll probably get my my shop to create these shirts. So
I would love to have one by the time I film my inaugural episode to promote your app.
yeah, sure, definitely. Thank you.
So let me ask you, like, what made you make this kind of like transition into going from writing books into, hey, I want to create an app?
That would probably be my mom. And the reason why I say her is because she's told me many times when I was a kid that I can be anything I want to be if I set my mind to it. And when I set my mind to something, I literally will do it until I figure out how to make it happen. And then I think, like, when I think about something on the way home, because this happened on the way home when I was thinking about it when I was filming with my friends at Randolph County Infirmary. I was on my way home. I was like, you know what? I should create an app. And I was trying to figure out what I could create the app for. And I realized why or what I needed to create the app for. And it sounds stupid because there's so many bad names for apps in the paranormal field, but this app is not. It's not a normal app like paranormal app, like everyone's probably thinking when I'm telling them about this. It's not one of the ones that receive messages from spirits. It's not a bullshit app. This app will allow you to do the Estes session without another person. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it has the ability to ask questions while you're underneath the headset listening to the spirit box. And you can record.
No shit.
Yes. And like there's never been an app. And the reason why I built this app is because I felt like there was a need for it. And when I'm doing places, I go to places alone for my show on YouTube. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I wish I could do the Estes session because I've had so many beautiful experiences doing the Estes session where I've had stuff. Like I was told firefighters' names who died, and I had no idea who the heck they were in this museum in Colorado. And I was like, holy cow, like it was just wild. And I wanted to do it. So I was like, how could I help people do this in the paranormal field? Because my journey in the paranormal field started off more conceited. As the years grew and I grew more into the paranormal field, I became more mature about my experiences and about what I want to present myself out to the world. And I wanted to do something that would help people in the paranormal field. And I felt like there was a need to fill where this app needed to come into play, where there needed to be something to help people instead of just showing all these flashing lights and these stupid devices that do the same shit, or the same apps that supposedly tell people about ghosts talking to them on the apps or whatever. Those are just dumb. Like I've had experiences where they work and all cool, but I need something that's an actual tool because the paranormal apps have a bad name. So I wanted to make an app that can do that. So like this app will allow you to do the Estes session without another person. It has a mode in there called chatter mode. So you can just use it for like EVPs. If you don't know what the questions to ask, you can have the app help you out. You can put your own questions in it. It even has this mode that was inspired by my friends from Paranormal Quest. They do this thing called abandonment, where they leave cameras rolling in a place when no one's around when they leave the building and see what they can capture. And that's a staple in their show because people love that and people don't really do that. And so I was like, what could I do to help their investigation outside of using the same equipment that they use all the time? So I built the app to do an isolation mode where it will ask questions while no one's in the building to try to provoke spirit responses with equipment or what have you. And it does work. I've seen some evidence that they've recorded, which it says like, can you touch the REM pod? And it literally seconds later makes the REM pod go off, which is really cool. So it doesn't go off of EMF, doesn't go off of any of that BS that all the other apps do. It's simply just a TTS, text to speech application. And I just recently built in a simulator for a spirit box called Ghost Chatter Box, which simulates a PSB7 spirit box where it does actually scan real radio frequencies by scanning radio stations, simulating the same milliseconds it does on an actual PSB7. So it is actually scanning real radio stations.
So to add for clarity there, just based off of what you said, right? Mm-hmm. It would help if you had a secondary person there to type in questions, correct?
Nope. It has pre-programmed questions built into the library. So it has.
Okay.
It has. Let me actually tell you. I'm gonna pull up the app right now. I'll tell you right now. So
also, though, some older phones may not function as well on this because I think it was like the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the Galaxy, I want to say it was like S19 or something. Before then, they didn't include the FM chip, which allows you access to radio waves.
There's actually no radio antenna built into phones.
Okay.
This doesn't use any kind of radio. So like when somebody tells you that a phone can scan a radio, that's bullshit. It doesn't have a FM radio station frequency that can scan actual radio stations. It can only, what I'm telling you about when I say Ghost Chatter Box is it's actually going to a server that hosts online radio stations and it scans every single radio station as it sweeps.
Okay. That's why I wanted to ask.
Yeah, so that's what it's doing. And to answer your question,
I'm looking at mine right now, and I have a question, if you don't mind, from the man who did it. It says, it gives you it gives you options. It says premium voices, and then there's question interval is like a setting, and then you have manage chatter questions. All that. I mean, you guys wouldn't. But I'm sitting here looking at it, going, I can't wait to use this. I really can't.
To answer,
I'm going to use it tonight.
To answer Chrissy's question, you can use the Ghost. I built the Ghost Chatter Box to use it where you can use it with white noise or no white noise. Right. The white noise is just it's not actually part of the radio. I just built it as just a simulator, so there's it doesn't do anything different to the app. You can make it so there's no white noise or with white noise. To answer.
Okay. So I will tell you that I completely misunderstood what you said earlier.
No, you're good. You're good.
Now that you're explaining this, I've got it.
There's 28 pre-programmed chatter questions, 28 Estes questions, and 17 isolation questions. And you can pre-program your own questions, so you don't need another person. It already will ask questions for you. It will circulate through your questions. So I've got a program built into it where it will do a 30-70. So 70% of the time it's going to ask pre-programmed questions. 30% of the time it will use your custom questions. You can add in equipment-based questions. And program your own equipment in there, like, hey, I got a REM pod, and then can you touch the red light, or can you make it go purple? It will ask those questions. Literally, it's fully customizable, honestly. I made this app so it's more of a Paranormal Companion app versus just Paranormal Companion tool app is what I've made this app.
I cannot wait to test this.
Yes.
Because for me, it's kind of, it's not as much as a paranormal tool as it is as a paranormal accessory.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to make something that was useful for somebody who, especially for solo investigators, you can use this in a group or by yourself. But again, like I said, you don't need another person anymore to do the Estes session. If you have a camera, you can do it. The original plan was to make it so when you're wearing AirPods or a headset, you can record through your ears. But Apple has a privacy law where they do not allow apps to record anything while you're unaware, and so I can't do that. So there's workarounds where you obviously have to still wear a headset and listen to a spirit box and still record with an external camera, but unfortunately, there's limitations in apps for privacy. So other than that, though, it is the first app in the world to ever allow you to do the Estes session without another person.
No, I love that. Like, let me tell
I'm
you.
going to try it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Tonight.
Thank you.
I am super stoked to test this out at, like, I am super stoked to have it as the first inaugural episode for season 2.
Thank you.
I've seen a few comments where people are saying they were going to try it out. Try it, because
it's free to download. The premium, to go back to your premium thing, the only thing premium, and I hope you don't mind if I spoil something.
Push
No.
it.
So the premium voices, so like you have your built-in voice, which is going to sound like this, and I'll just play this real quick for you guys.
Yeah, play.
Okay.
Hi, this is my voice. I will ask questions for you.
Obviously, that's the built-in iPhone one, but with premium, you really feel like there's somebody in the room with you.
Hi, this is my voice. I will be the one asking questions for you.
And then I'll spoil this because this isn't out yet, but this is coming out because I just submitted an update for Android and iOS and I'm waiting for both platforms to approve. But I built in a leaderboard so where you can see everybody throughout the world, iOS and Android platforms, and add them as friends, because this is preparation for 3.0, what is going to change this app and all paranormal apps in the future, at least with
I
this.
agree, Christy. He's a legend.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Christy. This, you guys may understand who this is, but this is called Conjured Couple. This is a voice option where you can get by leveling up by just using the app.
I'm the anchor.
I'm the clairvoyant.
And we're the conjured couple.
You can have a paranormal couple ask questions that will alternate questions for you. So I'll actually demonstrate it if you wouldn't mind. If
Yeah,
you like,
please, by all means, because like
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
So
I'm like, I can't wait.
this is the interface. It's probably kind of hard to see, but there's 3 different modes. You got chatter mode, Estes mode, isolation mode. When you go to chatter mode, this is where you have full control. So I'm going to let it run. It's got a 10-second timer. So these are run on intervals, which is timers. You can change it and customize it however way you want, but it's on 10 seconds. And this is the first question the conjured couple is going to ask, and it'll show you.
Can you hear me?
And then it asks his question, right? So then she's going to come up, which if you all know who these people are, right, here's this one.
Lorraine Warren.
What's the most important thing I should know?
There you go. See, it alternates questions. So I've got the conjured couple in here is a feature you can unlock. But yes, you can get different voices like this. These are all free and not free. These come with a premium.
Hi, this is my voice. I will be the one asking questions for you.
Hi, this is my voice. I will be the one asking questions for you.
Hi, this is my voice. I will be the one asking questions for you.
You got a little kid's voice if you want to see it, have a little kid trigger.
Hi, this is my voice. I will be the one asking questions for
That
you.
sounds like me.
And then you can do a thing called, I don't know if you guys know what a transatlantic voice is, but this is inspired by my partner because she does this funny voice all the time where she does like a
I've
transatlantic.
never heard of that.
It's more of like an old-fashioned radio tone. So like I did this too.
Hi, this is my voice. I will be the one asking questions for you.
Oh, like what you would get off an old school like helicopter or submarine.
Yeah. So basically, that is Ghost Chatter. Ghost Chatter has a chatter box where it will this is a new version that's come out, by the way. So you can scan it, like I said, you can control the frequency by slow, normal, or fast. Slow.
All right, which I'm looking at mine. Which one are you on? Which option?
I'm clicking on slow, and I'll tell you how fast slow actually scans. Slow scans 0.8 seconds on the actual stations you're scanning on. Normal scans at 1.2 seconds, and fast. No, I'm sorry. I get that reversed. Slow is 2.0 seconds. Normal is 1.2 seconds, and fast is 0.8 seconds on a radio station. So basically, like I said, it's scanning a internet radio stations that host radio stations on the internet, and that's how it actually simulates the spirit box.
Damn it, Connor, you're gonna make me break my typical route. I'm gonna have to reach out to you so I can understand better how this works before I do my.
And if
because
anybody
I want to
thinks
give
this,
you a proper review.
if anybody thinks it's bullshit, I'll tell them exactly how it works. I mean,
No.
honestly, yeah, there's
I don't
nothing
think
to
it's
it.
I don't think it's bullshit at all. I think it's genius.
No.
No, I'm saying why I'm saying that is because apps have a bad name for
They
being
do.
fake or whatever. You know what I mean? Like this app, it doesn't listen to you. There's no microphone permissions other than being able to do a video recording, because you can record your sessions by video. You can do EVP sessions. When you do the spirit box, I don't think I have this on Android yet, but you can actually incorporate that question asking into the spirit box. So the ghost chatter box will actually have the ability for the conjured couple to be asking questions while the spirit box is running.
Right. And
Mhm.
and I agree with you. Apps have a bad name.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the whole reason I wrote the book that I wrote. Was to tell people I've done the legwork. I can tell you.
Mm-hmm.
This may work depending on your settings. It may not work. In this field of pseudoscience, you kind of have to take advantage of whatever's given to you. And if you have an opportunity to utilize it and make it work depending on your own situation, then why wouldn't you?
Right.
True.
Yeah. But that is ghost chatter. You know what I mean? Any questions y'all can ask? Any questions? I'll answer anything you guys want to know about it. You got
any questions?
This is Ghost Chatter 2.0 that's coming out here in the next few days. You guys saw a little preview of some more new features that are out yet. And then for Android and iOS. And 3.0 has a feature that no paranormal app even has. But it's not a tool. It's just a way to help people who aren't content creators. You just can't really say too much about it, because I was actively working on it for this podcast.
Fair. But I can promise you this, Connor. I will contact you just to better understand before I test the application on my channel, because I don't want to give you a bad review. I think what you're doing now is very outside of the box, and it's monumental.
Thank you.
I don't want to give you a bad review because I don't have the full understanding of how it works, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I mean, just be honest. I mean, it's a bad app. It's a bad app, you know what I mean? But
I don't like to do that.
I take the feedback from the community as much as I can, because I have an audience obviously on YouTube for doing my show, and I take a lot of what they say into a grain of salt and figuring out how I can make this more applicable to people who may not want to go ghost hunting, people who want to stay home and just mess around with it. That's why the ghost chatter box is built into it, and that's why there's some question asking, because like people that watch the shows on TV or YouTube, whatever, don't know what questions to ask. And sometimes when you're walking around talking to yourself in the dark, you don't know what to ask,
Look, we go into these locations and we sit there for 8 to 10 hours asking questions in the thin air.
Yeah.
And there's so many times that you can ask a question without a response that you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
That's why I go out of the box and ask crazy questions. And to make people, and sometimes because it's different, they're sick of what is your name, And of course we do the name thing and we introduce ourselves, but sometimes I'll ask, like, what kind of beer do you like? Or did you drink moonshine? Or
you can ask those questions. You can ask those questions in Ghost Chatter.
You can. But
and I'm gonna test it out.
It doesn't really matter where you go. Any location, they have their hot nights, they have their slow nights.
Yes.
The paranormal reacts when the paranormal wants to react. You can't go in there because, like, Lizzie Bordenhouse, good example. I recreated Mr. Borden's death on the couch. I slept where Mrs. Borden's body was found upstairs. I experienced nothing the whole night. Not even a scratch, not a knock, nothing. But it's supposed to be one of the most haunted places in the United States. Just because I didn't experience anything doesn't mean the people that were there the next night didn't get a shit ton of activity.
I'll tell you guys a little funny, and then he has questions. I go
I
upstairs
do
to the
because I
attic.
see we're about 7 minutes out.
Yep, and that's cool. But I
I
walked up
told
to
you,
the
Connor,
attic
I'm
of
a
this
time
place.
Nazi.
He is. And I asked them something, and I stood there for a couple minutes, and I said, "Well, I got to go," and they said, "Bitch," and I was like, "Well, thank you. I'll talk to you later."
Oh, God.
I get it a lot. I get called that, a witch, other names that are just But
I
it's
mean,
you know
look,
what? Any
if the name
interaction.
is fitting, then fucking own it, Gwen.
I do. I say thank you a lot, and people would just look at me like, "Are you crazy?" So he has this thing where he does questions at the end, and he has 3. So have at it, Nate.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Connor, let me ask you.
Okay.
You've been to a bunch of places during your filming of your show. I'm sorry, paranormal. Why in the fuck am I spacing this right now?
Paranormal Encounters.
There you go.
You would have gave me a second, I would have found it.
It's okay.
So-
I'll just give you some time.
You're good. So throughout your filming of Paranormal Encounters, you have been to multiple different spots throughout the U.S.
Hmm.
Have you been overseas?
No, not yet. People ask
So-
me to go there. I wish I did, but I just don't have a passport.
So if there was a location on your bucket list that you could visit, what would that location be?
Paris catacombs.
I love that answer
Good answer.
because it's on my bucket list.
Hmm.
Do you think you get lost wandering, or
I'd be fine with it, I guess. I mean,
I mean, what, you can't find your way out?
yeah, well, that would suck, but I mean, I'd be fine with it just because, I mean, maybe I end up in an area that people haven't ever seen or explored in centuries. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so
Good.
we got the Paris catacombs. Great answer. I've never had that answer before. So we got the Paris catacombs. If you could bring one person with you, alive or dead, who are you bringing with you to investigate the Paris catacombs?
Shoot. Honestly, I'd rather go by myself. Just, I think it'd be scarier and it'd be a little bit more of an experience. I don't know. To be honest, I don't really know who I would take. You guys. I mean, if I could take more than one person,
Fair.
Thank you.
yes.
Fair. So we got the Paris catacombs. We got myself and Gwen. You can only bring one piece of equipment with you. And
Ghost
that could be anything from your cell phone to a REM pod. What are you bringing with you, and why?
Yeah, actually, I'd probably bring a camera with me. The reason why I would bring a camera with me is because when I was starting out on YouTube, I was filming at a place called Edinburgh Manor, and I caught.
Oh,
I literally
Edinburgh.
saw a little girl, and I wasn't recording it on video. So I told myself I would never do an investigation without a camera ever again. So I would bring a camera with me.
I am super jealous. I've never been to Edinburgh. I've heard so many great things.
It's spooky. Yeah, I'd love to go back. I haven't been there since that experience.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Well, let me tell you, like right now, I'm super jealous mode because I want to go to Edinburgh.
You should definitely go. It's
Yeah.
definitely worth it.
But guys, I see we got about 3 minutes left. So, Connor, plug your shit, man. Where can people find you? Like, as far as finding you, the Paranormal Encounters show, as far as finding you on YouTube, as far as finding you where can people find you?
Your books also.
Yes,
My
your books.
books. You can find the books on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, I believe. If you want to, and those books are called Life with Paranormal Encounters or The Haunting of Moonlight Mansion. That's the fictional book I wrote. If you want to download Ghost Chatter, it's free to download. You don't have to get a premium subscription like that to even use the app. It is available on iOS and Android for free. If you want to watch the show, and to see Ghost Chatter in action and some other stuff, you can go to YouTube and type in Paranormal Encounters, and you'll see a whole playlist full of episodes. There's a playlist called All Episodes, and you'll see 60, 70 some episodes in there. So, yeah.
I love it. Well, guys, this was the Paranormal Unveiled podcast with my good guest, Connor Biddle. And thank you so much for
Yes,
coming on the
thank you.
show, man. Like, I've been
Yeah.
looking forward to this all week. And I told you I'd keep it to an hour. I kept it to an hour.
You did.
But-
If it went over, I'm good with that. But whatever you guys need to do, I really appreciate you
I know,
guys.
I'm worried about that, man. Like, I don't like keeping my guest over what I told him I was going to keep him over. But
Yeah.
let me tell you, man, like, I greatly enjoy this conversation. I'd love to have you back on in the future. I have
Yeah,
more questions to ask, just I wasn't able to get through the list.
it's okay. We got more time for that questions later on.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'll have questions because I'm going to use that app in just a little bit, just a few
There you
minutes.
go. I hope
Actually.
you have some good results.
Yeah.
You have to let me know how it works out.
She's
I will.
not
I'll
gonna have
actually-
questions.
Yes, I will. I promise.
I love you, Gwen, but yes, please use the app. Let me know what your responses are. And also,
we're probably
guys,
going live in a bit also, so I'll try to get.
and
I'll try
also,
to make sure
guys,
some of the
keep an
live.
eye out because when I start filming the Paranormal App Test Season 2, the Ghost Chatter app is the premiere episode. I will be testing the Ghost Chatter app and I will give you my full-on 100% no me being friends with Connor aside opinion.
I like it. I like that.
You will.
And it's gonna be a great episode. But Connor, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight, brother, and spending an hour
Yes.
with us.
And of course, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, and I hope to have you on soon. If you wouldn't mind, just hang out backstage for like I think it's like what, Gwen, like a minute?
Probably a minute.
Yeah, well, we run
Yeah.
some ads, and
Yeah.
then I want to ask you some post questions.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pop you back, and we'll see you in a minute.
All right.
All right, man. That's cool.
So, yeah, so thank everybody for joining in. Why did I say thank everybody for joining in? I'm gonna say I thank everybody for joining in. It's like I was giving you a prompt, Gwen, to do your job. I'm joking, by the way. I'm
Okay.
joking, by the way. But
We
thank
always
you,
do.
everyone,
But
for
yeah,
joining in. This was the
Yes.
Paranormal Unveiled podcast, and we had Connor Biddle on tonight, author, executive producer of Paranormal Encounters, as well as the Paranormal app creator of the Ghost Chatter app. And I think
Yes.
tonight, honestly, was a great show.
yes, it was.
And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. I will not unveil my guests until I decide to. So I will see y'all. I will see y'all next Wednesday on the Paranormal Unveiled podcast.
Good night.